Let's look at how interpersonal communication can help you to have stronger personal relationships with your friends, your family, your colleagues, or your romantic partners. Some of the many key concepts that you will learn about in interpersonal communication that will improve your personal and professional relationships are emotional intelligence, self-disclosure, perception, and cultural awareness. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means being able to recognize, interpret, and manage your emotions, as well as being able to recognize and influence the emotions of others. Being able to understand and manage your emotions effectively allows you to express your feelings clearly and with consideration for how that expression of emotion might affect others. People with poor emotional intelligence are similar to small children in that they can have uncontrolled and socially inappropriate emotional outbursts with no recognition of how the people around them might be feeling or how those people might react to their outbursts. Let's look at an example of a person with limited emotional intelligence, Alex, and how it affects his relationship with his friend Jordan. Alex often struggles to recognize and understand his own emotions, and as a result, he finds it challenging to empathize with his friend, Jordan. When Jordan shares problems or expresses feelings, Alex might respond inappropriately, either by dismissing these feelings or offering solutions without truly understanding the emotional context. Alex's lack of emotional awareness can make him seem insensitive or detached. In social situations, Alex might misread social cues or body language. He might joke during a serious conversation, not picking up on the cues that it's a moment for sympathy or support. His inability to regulate his emotions effectively can also lead to inappropriate reactions, like getting disproportionately angry over minor issues or not showing appropriate joy or excitement at his friend's achievements. Alex's challenges with emotional intelligence can strain the friendship, as Jordan might feel misunderstood, unsupported, or even disrespected. This situation can lead to conflict or a weakening of the bond between them, as emotional intelligence is crucial for maintaining healthy, empathetic, and supportive interpersonal relationships. By improving our emotional intelligence in an interpersonal communication course, we can learn to recognize and manage our own emotions, as well as those of the people around us, leading to greater empathy and stronger relationships. In addition to having high levels of emotional intelligence, understanding what is appropriate and inappropriate self-disclosure is useful in forming and strengthening your personal and professional relationships. Self-disclosure. Self-disclosure is the act of sharing personal information about yourself with others. In a relationship, self-disclosure is needed to deepen connections and build trust. However, in the introductory stages of a relationship, whether personal or professional, it's important to be able to gauge an appropriate level of self-disclosure. Sharing too much too soon can be overwhelming or off-putting to others. Let's take a look at an inappropriate self-disclosure in the introductory stages of a potential friendship or romantic relationship. Imagine you've just met someone at a social gathering, and you're having your first conversation. 2 minutes into the conversation, this person tells you, "I've been really struggling lately. I just ended a toxic 5-year relationship. I'm in a financial crisis, and I'm seeing a therapist twice a week for my anxiety and trust issues. It's been really tough to cope with everything." While honesty is valuable, this level of personal detail is intense for a first meeting, especially in an atmosphere that is supposed to be upbeat and lighthearted. It places a heavy emotional burden on the other person, who is essentially a stranger and might not be prepared or comfortable handling such information. In contrast, appropriate self-disclosure would involve sharing more general, less intimate details about one's life, such as their interests, general thoughts, or light personal experiences, and gradually deepening the level of disclosure as the relationship develops over time and as mutual trust is established. In addition to negatively impacting your personal relationships, inappropriate self-disclosure can also affect your professional relationships. Imagine you're in a job interview for a position you're eager to land. When asked about your previous job, you tell the interviewer, "I absolutely hated my last boss. He was so clueless and unfair. The workplace was toxic. Everyone was gossiping all the time. I couldn't stand going to work every day." This level of personal grievance and negative emotion and commentary about your previous employer can be seen as unprofessional. It raises red flags for the interviewer about your discretion, attitude, and ability to handle workplace challenges constructively. In a job interview, it's better to focus on positive experiences, learning opportunities, and professional growth. If discussing challenges, frame them in a way that highlights your problem-solving skills and professionalism rather than focusing on personal feelings or conflicts. People with strong interpersonal skills are able to better judge what is and is not an appropriate self-disclosure given the depth of a relationship and the social context. Another important interpersonal concept that will increase your empathy and understanding of your relationships is perception. Perception. People with poor interpersonal skills tend to see their world and their interactions in a black and white manner. These people likely don't give much thought to perception and how it can vary greatly from person to person based on physiology, environment, personal values, and life experiences. Let's look at two colleagues, John and Maya. During a team meeting at work, a heated debate takes place over the direction of a project. Voices are raised and strong opinions are expressed. Maya values harmony and team cohesion and is particularly sensitive to conflicts. Therefore, most of her attention is drawn to the raised voices and the emotional tension in the room. She notices John's raised voice and aggressive hand gestures more than the content of the argument. For Maya, the most significant aspect of the situation is the conflict itself, leading her to perceive the meeting as confrontational and unproductive. John, on the other hand, values assertiveness and clear expression of ideas. His attention, then, gravitates towards the content of the debate rather than the tone. He focuses on John's strong arguments and logical reasoning, perceiving the debate as a vigorous but healthy exchange of ideas. John sees this as a productive discussion that helps in clarifying project issues. Due to differences in perception, Maya and John come away with contrasting views of the same event. Maya might report that the meeting was tense and unproductive due to the conflict, whereas John might describe it as an effective session that helped in resolving key project issues. Despite very different perceptions of the same event, neither Maya nor John is right or wrong. A person who understands the perception process will likely be more flexible in how they respond to perceptions that are different than their own, leading to greater empathy, understanding, and problem-solving skills.